We are recording. Hello, we are Six Sigma, and we are doing the Daft Punk project. We're pretty excited about it, and we're going to tell you why. I'm Josiah Rawlings, and I will be telling you guys about the design process of our project.
I'm Paul Barber, and I will be talking to you about the building instructions for our project.
I'm Tara Dulac, and I will be telling you guys about the parts list and the project schedule.
I'm Caitlin Frazone, and I will be talking about the project expenses.
So, the design process. So first we had to come up with our purposes. We knew we wanted the coffee table to be a source of entertainment. We wanted to have a sound system built into it. We wanted to have aesthetic value. And we also wanted it to function as a coffee table, be able to put things on it, have it work nicely in the living room so customers would want it. So we started off with group meetings. We talked about project ideas. This one, Tara, she was adamant about circles, but we decided eventually that the best design would be with straight edges because it takes less time to machine. So we ended up with this, and then so it had LEDs around the outside, squares in the middle, and then we actually went over to meet with Dr. Elmore, and he told us what was good about our project, what was bad, what we could improve on, and just helped us out a lot. And he's our project lead, and we definitely want to utilize him as much as we can for this project. So this is our final design. It's got a modern look. It's a cube with a hole through the middle. We got our LEDs on top and the speakers on the sides. And overall, it's pretty cool. We call this the honeycomb on top. We decided to take out the honeycomb in our last design change modification. So it's just going to be a bunch of LEDs on top. And the cool thing about this, next slide, is that we've got the speakers on the side, which are free from my house. And then the Infinity Illusion, which we've got a mirror on the bottom and a piece of plexiglass on the top. And we've got window tint on the bottom of the plexiglass. So what happens is the light from the LEDs bounces around in there and then comes out. And what the effect you get is it looks like it goes on forever. That's why we call it the Infinity Illusion. And it looks pretty cool. We're pretty excited about how it's going to look when the lights are changing according to the music. And that is that. So the modifications, we're giving it a modern design, and we're adding the storage cubby. That's our final design. The modern design. I'm going to take out that slide.
Okay.
As far as the building instructions for our project, for our coffee table, we decided to go with pine wood and have a black painted finish. The design is modular, so all four sides are repeated, but the top of the project has a hole for the LED array. As far as the Arduino goes, the circuitry is relatively simple. There are wires that go from the ports on the Arduino to the LEDs. The connections between the wire and the LED are soldered. And that is basically it as far as circuitry goes. For the program, that is also relatively simple. We use the standard program on the Instructables website. The program basically gives patterns to the LEDs, makes it look cool when music was put into it, and the op-amp circuit actually turns the audio input from your MP3 or what have you into a signal that the Arduino board can read and use. After that, we are going to basically troubleshoot our design and see if there are any problems with the circuit, the Arduino, the program. That's basically debugging. After that, we're going to be doing our final in-class presentation on the project, give you guys sort of a more finished picture of what things are. And after that, we'll see if there are any more problems when the thing is put together, the coffee table and the circuit setup. after that, we're going to adjust it and print the poster. After that, we are going to have a final test to a real-world scenario of how the whole thing actually works, and that'll be the final troubleshooting test of our project. And then after that, obviously, we have our exposition. And now for the parts list and schedules, we have Tara.
Okay, so basically our parts list contains the following. It has our mirror, wood, plexiglass, window tint, the Arduino, white paint, possibly black, wood glue, an audio splitter, green LEDs, wires, which we have 3 different colors, red, black, yellow, and a proto board and our op-amp circuit as well. Basically, we have a couple different sources. We're using Lowe's, Amazon, Adafruit, and more importantly, for our budget, we're using different team members have some resources that we can use of theirs. This is our basic outline for the project schedule. It's subject to change now, obviously, because if certain things don't take the right amount of time, then we're going to have to change it. We started with our research and design phase. We only took about a couple of days to decide on what we were going to be doing. And now our building phase is going to be, we allotted about 2 weeks for it. That might change because we have a bunch of things going on in our building phase, so things might overlap. And lastly, we have our testing phase, which we decided was going to be around about October 16th. So we gave it about 1 day, a couple of days maybe, to make sure that everything's going well. And now over to Kate about our project expenses.
Okay, so going off of Tara, we have our parts list and where we got it from. And depending on where we got it from, it also depends on the cost. So because we got some of the parts from teammates' homes, they don't cost anything, so our budget was lower than we expected it to be. And everything that we did get from a store or online, they were basically $20 or under, so everything wasn't very expensive. So yeah, there was, the most expensive thing we got was wires, which wasn't necessarily $20, it was around $20. Alright, so the budget for the entire project for the semester was $200 total, and it was $50 per team member, and that goes for both the Arduino and reverse engineering projects. And the poster board was $5, and the printing was $22.80. And so, including everything that we didn't buy yet, and we did buy, and stuff that we didn't need to buy, our approximate total for Arduino was $99.98, and that leaves us with approximately $100 for the reverse engineering expenses. And our creative element for the project, again, as Josie said before, is the Infinity Illusion. It gives it a different approach to the project. It wasn't something that was on the website that we saw it, so this was something that we came up with ourselves. That's our creative element. Now we want to open up the floor to any questions.
Any questions? Thank you.